Yamabushi meditation. In Shugendo, meditation is always based on the ability to deal with discomfort. Every evening we would come to this pagoda and sit on these cobbles in meditation posture or even kneeling. The practice doesn't translate very well, but the closest to English, I believe, would be setting the ground or setting the earth. When we sit, the beginning technique that you use is to count with your breaths, and you make sure that each count you use has 2 syllables. So you would breathe in and say wa, and as you breathe out you'd say un, 2, u, 3, 4, or 5, 6, and you continue to count until you get obviously to your teens, and then it becomes more natural. 13, 14. With this method you can clear your mind of all thoughts very easily, and you can monitor your progress by seeing how many you manage to count before your mind wanders or is distracted. That's the beginner level. The advanced technique, which is used not just for this practice but for all Yamabushi meditation, I don't really think I should discuss, but the secret is hidden in this pagoda. If you have studied the spiritual arts, then the analogy of the pagoda is there, and we are even told to imagine yourself as the pagoda to begin with, and then to move on to the true technique, which is only taught to you if you manage to prove yourself. The practices, of course, the keen observer will notice, corresponds roughly to the elements. So we have sitting on uncomfortable cobbles which are on a slope, so it's a good recipe for back pain, then which correspond to earth. And then we have the waterfall meditation, which corresponds to water, which is sitting under the pressure and cold of the waterfall. The same meditation techniques are also used there. Then we have the fire meditation, which is the being fumigated by hot chilies. And finally we have the facing of heights, which corresponds to wind or air, which can either be trekking up mountains or actually being hung or leaning over the mountain to face the drop and this possibility of death. As you can see, that's 4 techniques. The 5th technique, the 5th form of meditation, is I'm told is naturally appears once you have mastered the other 4. So there is a beginner's guide to the Yamabushi meditation tradition. Incidentally, try the counting technique just as a normal form of meditation. It's extremely effective. I know that it's used in other traditions such as Shingon Buddhism and in some Indian yogic practices. Because you are counting, your mind has something to rest on. So you need to watch those numbers like they are the most precious thing in the world, like a hawk would watch a mouse, and then your mind will clear. And I've even read in Japanese Buddhist texts of people just using that technique, experiencing enlightenment or nirvana through it. So let me know how you get on.